Thank you for...
Yes, let's
Perfect.
remove the laptop.
Thanks.
People can see your pretty face.
Well, thank you, fellow kin, for allowing me to speak. Do you have a heart or a soul? I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine named Sam. I want you to hear Sam's story and come to your own conclusions on our society. Sam grew up like most kids. Mom and dad still married, the youngest of two. He grew up knowing his family was not like everybody else's, but this was his norm. Dad was an abusive alcoholic with fidelity issues. Mom drank to hide the pain and fear. As Sam grew in his teens, he learned men don't cry or show signs of emotion. He was to be quiet, hide in the shadows. Sam went through school. He kept only acquaintances. They were easy to keep at a distance. Not wanting anybody to see what was happening behind closed doors at home, or how worthless he was made to feel. The only constant in his life was his grandmother. Sitting quietly in her room, offering the comforting hug or peppermint to make everything okay. She made him feel special. He wanted what she had told him about in her marriage. When in his late teens, Sam found the one, the lady that would accept him for him. He wanted nothing to be like his father, and wanted to be the father and husband he had always heard about. With a desire to provide for this lady, Sam pursued her. Older and wiser than him, they married, had children. As they proceeded through life, he felt himself feeling worthless and that he didn't matter. He was only there to do what was needed and what he was told. He needed permission to speak to his friends, family. He had to have permission to go out or even spend money. Constantly criticized and ridiculed, he was searching for help. There was none. See, Sam was feeling alone and trapped, not able to breathe or feel anything. When he tried to speak, it was like a fit of rage came out, lashing out against the two true loves of his life, his children. He tried to feel and talk. He sought out help, once again found none. The situations were always used against him, and he could never do right by her. As Sam slid further away from everything, he became more active in the one activity he was allowed, but ridiculed for even that. Sam was crumbling under everything he was going through, needing help as he was suffocating. As Sam continued through his life, nobody knew what was happening. Everything on the outside had to appear perfect and that there was nothing wrong, or he heard about it. Sam was crumbling inside and slowly dying. One night in an argument, Sam tried to kill himself. He had hit rock bottom, not wanting to live. His wife still left and went out for an evening with friends. Said to him, "Fix yourself." This took Sam on a roller coaster of emotions, looking for what he needed and finally found it in his hospitalization. During his stays, Sam learned about abuse and was shown what was happening, what was making him feel and the desire to kill himself. Treated in hospital and given the tools to move forward, Sam took these tools and tried to rebuild. In the end, Sam ended up leaving the one thing. Sam ended up leaving everything and the one thing he thought he needed, his wife. She was the abuser that he had tried to get away from and not become. This was done through control and manipulation of psychological and financial abuse. Sam fought this with his stays in hospital and is rebuilding his life. He has not seen or spoken with his daughter in months and spends as much time as possible with his son. He is trying to move forward and build a relationship with a beautiful woman who respects and understands what he's been through and has witnessed it herself. But the control and psychological abuse in which he endured makes it hard for him to trust or let her in. It's the fear holding him back. Sam spent his life trying to find happiness, and in the end, becoming prey to the one thing he tried to get away from. Psychological and financial abuse. Sam couldn't find help because he needed because there are very little resources for men of spousal abuse.